You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting. And welcome back, everyone. Skyrim Addict podcast. I'm Michael, joined by Ray.
Evening, Al.
And Colin.
Evening, guys.
Victor may be along. I don't recall if he said he can make it or not.
You said Tuesday should be fine.
Yeah, so he'll probably hop in. And so we were doing Legend of Dragonborn, of which I didn't play any. In the last 3 weeks somehow. I've been dying to get back into it. It's just one of those things. Time-wise, it just has not worked out. Because I feel like that, when you're playing that mod, you really want to get stuff done. And you can't just hop in and out. Like for 5 minutes, you kind of want to just... one thing I did start doing after the last episode was I started going through the rooms in the museum and seeing what stuff I had and didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of taking note of that. And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Especially with all of the different weapons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because you tend to get a lot of the same weapons when you're going through, dungeons and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, at this point, it's not that big of a deal because right now my character has 885 carry weight.
So you can grab whatever, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, since I'm doing the Steed Stone with the Andromeda mod, I have a chest that I can pull up and put stuff in anytime I want to, but I never get anywhere near 885 pounds of stuff. So
that is a lot of carry weight.
It is a lot of carry weight.
Oh man!
Because I discovered that so when you start up the with the Explorers Guild,
yeah.
And you're going through and finding the different little excavation sites that you can mine. You get points.
Yep.
And with those points, you can select perks.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of the one with the torch, I think it is, it's additional carry weight.
Oh, is it okay? Yeah, because I started doing the perks for that. I think I did the Nordic perks.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
where you do better against the Draugr.
Yeah. I believe that's where at first that's where I went. 'Cause I only had a few perks, so those are the ones I've done.
So then on top of that, I've got the bags and bandoliers, the Steed Stone. And so it's just totally maxed out my inventory.
Oh, really? That's good.
I mean, I have to stop and, I have a natural panic that, as I'm going through that I'm collecting too much stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And I stop and look and
no.
There have been a few times, but so I've got this weird little quirk that happens. Anytime I equip my wearable lantern,
mm-hmm.
it unequips my right side pouch.
Oh, interesting.
And so I lose, 50 pounds of carry weight, which actually works out pretty good because it means that I've always got an instant 50 carry weight that I can tack on when I get the that you're over encumbered.
Yep. Yeah. If you accidentally get to that point, you can throw that on really quickly.
Yeah. You pop in like, oh yeah, nope, I've got an extra 50.
Oh, nice. That's nice to have. 885. Oh my god, that is so much. Yeah, what I discovered was I hadn't picked up as much stuff as I thought I had of the basic items. Like when I looked at like the some of the like hide armors and things like that, things I thought I had grabbed that I probably just ignored because I'm used to ignoring them in the regular game.
Right.
I did not grab. So there was a lot of really basic stuff that I had not picked up yet that I could easily go and, go through a quick bandit camp and end up with half of that stuff.
Yeah.
And same thing with just like the guard uniforms from each hold. Like, I don't know, every time there's a dragon attack, just take the uniforms.
Yep.
Because I have deadly dragons going anyway. So there's going to be a lot of dead people. So I might as well grab the uniforms off
Right.
of them.
Works out quite handily.
It works out pretty well. So yeah, I discovered that I kind of not grabbed as much of that stuff as I thought I had. I did it at a little bit higher level stuff like Dwemer things and like bandit iron armor and stuff like that, or and some steel armors. I'd grabbed some of those, but like the hides and the leathers and stuff, I hadn't really taken as much as I thought I had. So I have a bunch of items there that I can kind of fill in quickly with pretty easily without doing quests or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely have to do the whole thing where you did the list, and I think what I'll do is, do some armors, because that's an easy list to make. Like, oh, I need hides, I need leather armor or whatever, and I could craft it also, because God knows how much stuff I have in that crafting station at this point.
I know, right?
That is the great thing about the craft loot, though, is like you just throw it in there, and it just piles in there. And you don't have to carry it around.
Yeah, it sorts everything out for you.
Yeah. So who knows how much leather and hide I have floating around in there. So I may just be able to just go make a bunch of the simple items to do it. You know what I mean? And get like another 15 or 20 things super easily. And then I'll have to go through some of it because there's ingredients as well and things like that. Yeah.
All your ingredients, all your potions.
Oh yeah, all the potions as well. Yeah. That I'll have to check because I don't. I wonder if I've gone and done the sorting thing after I've crafted potions. Because I may not.
Yeah, so
have.
it seese to leave your crafted potions in your inventory, but takes out the others.
Oh, okay, so you would have to like purchase a stamina per se, like a stamina potion for it to take it, basically.
Yeah, or if you found one.
Yeah, or
in a dungeon, anything like that, it'll take it. It'll take it out and put it in storage for you.
Yeah.
Which can be annoying if you forgotten, left without the ones you wanted.
True. That's a good point.
But you can change what the auto sort takes and what it doesn't take.
Oh, okay.
If you go when you come in the door and you look to the left, you've got that sorting chest where you can put things in. If you look at that big cupboard and it's got all different sections, so it has soul gems in there, potions, poisons, and you just select or deselect which ones it will automatically take every time you go for the auto. So it'll take like your soul gems, or take all your soul gems out, but it won't take all your food ingredients. Have you guys been into the kitchen and the table in the kitchen and put like food in the cupboards and everything like that?
I don't think
not on purpose.
Not that I know of.
Do I have a bunch of stuff in there too?
Yeah, have a look in your have a look in your dining room table and your kitchen. Look in the little cupboards in the kitchen and everything like that.
Oh, I'll have to do that next time. I didn't even think of that because I have been picking up some food because I assumed it would also take that as well, but I never took notice that where it went. So the kitchen makes total sense. I don't know why I didn't even think to look there.
You also have specialty wines. Down into your cellar. You get a quest for those as well. So you can, as I say, quest, you can get a fetch quest from Marion and let those random things he sends you off on.
Okay.
So, have you played the the God Captain quest yet?
Where the museum heist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That quest kind of, because I've played it a few times, because you get it pretty early on in the mod. It annoys me because if you do it one way, like that, you don't like him and you're like, fuck this guy, get rid of him. You don't get an item at the end of it.
Oh.
If you like, you're all sweetness and light and like, oh yeah, like all forgiven, that sort of thing, then you get like this item. It doesn't go in the museum, but it does get displayed.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Orion like literally cuts the legs from under you at the end of that quest. Yeah. It's literally like a parent, like two parents, and like the dad's gone, fuck this little bastard, he's not playing his Xbox, he's not getting any dinner and all that, and the mum's just come in and go, oh no, you're all right, go and play your Xbox, I'll buy you a pizza.
Oh god,
it's literally that right at the end of the quest. You're going, this guy's a piece of shit, and I'm kicking him out in his ass, and Orion's going, well, no. And that's it. You've got no recourse, you've got no comeback. He just goes, no.
Oh man.
Well, fortunately, he caught me when I was working on a good reputation, so I let him slide.
I mean, there's three ways you can either do it. Like, I think there's like 3 lines, and basically it's like, no, fuck this guy, and you're like, yeah, all right, fair enough, but he's going to have to like take some punishment. And then there's like, oh no, it's perfectly understandable, and no, it fucking well isn't.
Yeah.
I also did the quest where some guy being chased by the Morag Tong, stopped me. And at first I thought it was, the fugitive quest, but he wasn't dressed like a fugitive. So I'm like, okay, what do you want? Oh, you got to save me. And all of a sudden, and by this time, so I was building the 3rd satellite office for the Explorers Guild. And so I was at where was I think maybe Mixwater buying lumber.
Okay, yeah.
And at this point I've already finished the Dragonborn and taken care of Mirak. But evidently, nobody liked it that I did that because I fast traveled back from Solstein, and all of a sudden, people are making shitty comments to me.
Oh man,
I'm like, that's weird. And so nope, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, what?
Oh man.
So I'm hated.
They hated you for doing the Dragonborn quest.
Evidently, I can't think of what else I did.
Oh man!
But and now there's random vigilance to Stendar that attack me. And like, what? I mean, I'm not a vampire, but so they're attacking me. Although, well, no, I definitely haven't gotten the message that sunlight is bothering me. But I took it as a sign. So I get attacked by the Vigilant Stendar. This guy Byron comes up to be after me. All of a sudden, all these Morag Tong are chasing after me. And at this point, I kind of feel bad because I've built this character out to take out these damn deadly dragons.
Oh, yeah.
And so, at this point, when I get a run-of-the-mill dragon, I shot one, and then I'm like, well, why isn't he attacking anymore? And I go over the hill, and he's dead on the other side of the road. One shot, boom, dead. I'm like, oh, damn, sorry, guy. But so for whatever reason, they're all pissed off at me. I decided, screw it. This is a good time to finish out the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh yeah.
So I'll do. My character has been trying to be a nice guy. I haven't stolen anything. I hadn't murdered anybody to this point. But now that I'm hated, the gloves are coming off. They're all going down.
That's perfect use for it that way.
Yeah, I figured, hey,
Works.
what, is my reputation going to get worse?
It's weird that it went down for taking care of Mirak.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything else. That was the only thing that I had done. And I mean, other than sucking up to Hermaeus Mora.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Maybe think you're a data worshiper.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's possible.
But hey, the timing worked out perfectly. and so another thing, I got a courier come running up to me, and I'm like, that's weird. Why? What? What's a courier coming up to me for? And it goes, oh, here, I got a message from the companions. And the companions are like, you have, your honor has been sullied. You are now in trouble. You need to come back to the to your Vasker and answer for your disreputable acts.
Oh,
and so
man.
I go there, and Ayala charges me $2,000 to get back in. I almost said, forget it.
I think you've murdered somebody. You've accidentally murdered somebody.
Could be.
It could
But
be.
then, but so that wouldn't explain why I had to pay Astrid $200 to restore my reputation with the family.
You lost your reputation
with the Dark Brotherhood. I mean, what was I particularly nice to somebody?
Oh God.
I didn't, save somebody from being, well,
yeah,
I guess I did. No, okay. So I did kill an assassin.
Oh, that's probably the 200 then.
Yeah, that was probably it.
But I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, and one thing about being an archer is you kind of get to the point where you're, shoot first, ask questions later.
Yep. And they're really far away. So
and they are, because I can shoot so far away. And of course, one hit kill everybody. So, if I'm sneaking, they're pretty much toast. But I don't know. It's kind of funny. I've never played with the reputation mod before, so it's been an interesting balance.
Yeah, it's fun having to balance it at least, or trying to figure out what happened. But yeah, as an archer, I guess it's also tough as like a mage where your spells kind of hit like everybody.
Yeah,
that would be another pretty dangerous one. But yeah, as an archer, you're hitting from so far away. It could just be the poor carrier coming up who's going to get laced with an arrow, like
yeah. Yeah, when I'm using my dagger, I don't really have that problem. But
yeah, that's a little more up close.
Yeah, I can see who they are beforehand.
Oh, that is true. Oh gosh, I played a little bit. So the Shirley follower mod just came out, which is the was it Shirley Carey, Skyrim Grandma? There was a mod where she's a follower. Curry. Yeah, Carey. Okay, and she voices it and everything. Basically, I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to kick off, but I went right to where the house is, which is basically northeast of Drayla's cottage, like up on the ridge. It's a really nice house because it like overlooks that whole valley where Whiterun sets and all. And she has like a nice big deck with a spyglass on it, actually. So I don't know. Maybe she's like spying on Dragon's Reach or something like that. But it's at this point, there's a bunch of dialogue and stories and stuff, but there's not like there's not like fleshed out quests or anything for her like you would get with Rigmore or Marisi or Inigo or whatever. But there was 2 unique weapons. I don't know if they are, as a cat climbs up on top of me to go to sleep, I don't know if they are radiant where they show up or not, but for me they showed up at Silent Moons. Oh no, I think they do. I think they just show up at Silent Moons because part of the stories she tells involves Silent Moons when you ask about the weapons. So I would assume that they're always there because of the Lunar Forge and stuff. But so you just kind of, you basically go through Silent Moons to grab the 2 weapons, And I was running through it with my character on Xbox that I hop in to all the mods with to check them out, which is like level 66 with dragon scale armor and dragon bone daggers and like 2 enchantments on each dagger, and I have all my one-handed gear to boost up my one-handed, so
right.
I'm getting 15 times like some absurd amount. So and the double daggers are so fast at this point, like nobody can stop them. It's like so I'm blowing through Silent Moons like it doesn't even exist. It's like
you spin any faster, you take off.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh god, I have not used because I haven't played that character in quite a while, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so fast. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, whew, it's very strange. Because my legend character is only like level 20 or something.
What I love to do is max out double daggers like the dragon daggers, but leave them unenchanted and then use elemental fury.
Oh,
shout that speeds up.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one. Yeah,
that's where you actually take off.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I mean it was pretty good. It's pretty solid follower. Weapons are good. Just good in the battle. So I also tried out what was it called? Primeval Real Estate. Skyrim, I think it's called. I think it's Primeval Real Estate. So basically it's this house is about halfway down from High Hrothgar on the east side. I forget what the ruin is right below it, but there's a path up the mountains that you follow to it. Essentially, there's a guy who has a house up on the mountain there. It's not up to 7,000 steps or anything. It's another path that just goes to his place. It's pretty high up, but so he has something going on in his basement, of course, like half of the people in Skyrim, and so you get the key and you go through, and the dungeon's pretty long, but there's not a lot of enemies in it. There was like some scattered Draugr, and considering I was rolling through it at such a high level, like there was some pretty basic Draugr in there. I wasn't getting like Death Lords or anything. I think there was one Death Lord. And then at the end,
that's about all I get anymore.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to that certain level, that's all you're getting. But at the end was a lich, or technically it was like a dragon priest, but they called it a lich. So there was some dialogue that popped up, but I was in the middle of spinning with my double daggers when it popped up. So by the time I finished hitting him, he was dead, and I don't know what the dialogue was about. I don't know if I could have convinced him to leave, or if I could have chosen to take out the guy in the house, or what. But it was a nice little dungeon. I feel like they could add a little more enemies to it to beef it up a little bit, make it a little more of a fun crawl. And there was some fun dialogue, like some pretty witty stuff, pretty sarcastic stuff too. So it was a nice little, it's not one that you're going to spend hours on or anything. Even if you're lower level, you can probably get through the dungeon in, a reasonable amount of time. But it was a fun little crawl. And then I tried to do Treasure of Riverwood Manor, which was recommended in the Discord. But apparently you need Alvor to buy the house from. And Alvor is lying dead in the middle of Riverwood right now. So I was like, oh, you know what? So I cleared it out. Since I'm on Xbox, wasn't super simple. So I had to go back, got rid of the other mods and just activated that one, enabled that one, and then went back like 5 or 6 saves on the character I used to start all my mods off that I'm going to test out or whatever. So I went back to there. I get to Riverwood and he's dead in the middle of the street. I'm like, God, I don't remember when he died. Like, I may have to go back like 30 saves. He may still be dead in the middle of the street. Like I can't. So I ran out of time to be able to get. So I would like to try that. I've like a couple people in the Discord actually recommended it and said it was pretty fun, a pretty good playthrough. And that one seems a little more in depth than Primeval Real Estate was, which was a pretty basic one. Neither are, Legacy of the Dragonborn expansive. Obviously, they're just like some quick little ones. But the Riverwood one adds a house on the other side of the river. So if you go where the mill is, then there's a bridge that then leads across to the other side. And in that open land there's a house. There's actually a saber cat follower as you walk up to the door, which I was considering killing because it was a saber cat. But then I was like, oh, wait, it's not running at me. Maybe I should not kill it. So I went up and talked to it, and it was, I'll follow you. So for a little while, I had Shirley and a saber cat following me around. But that didn't last long because I couldn't buy the house or start the quest because Alvor's dead. So that's the problem when you hop in with these, with a later character on, just trying something out. There's so many things you've affected along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe the mod just not gonna, the person might not be like that time I needed poor Anise and she was dead. For that one mod, was that Marisi or Rigmore? One of them, you needed her, I think. And, she just wasn't there. She had left her house somehow.
Oh no, she was there. She was pushing up daisies.
Yeah, she was fertilizing the garden.
Yeah, all right, maybe she was there, but yeah, she wasn't able to do the things I needed her to do. I mean, Alvor is there. He's just face down in the street. And every time I fast travel to town, everybody is just standing around him looking at him. I'm like, he's been dead for like a month at this point, laying in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
I mean,
somebody, for RK's sake.
Yeah, can we move him at least to there's got to be a place you can bury him. We could have gotten him to Whiterun at this point. It's like it's been far enough away. Oh, yeah. So I enjoyed those. Those were pretty fun. I definitely want to check out the treasure one a little more though. Treasure of Riverwood Manor a little bit further though. That seems like it would be pretty fun to play. Oh, and I tried. I actually played Skyrim on my phone yesterday because I had the beta for was it xCloud or the Xbox Cloud gaming thing. So Skyrim is one of the games you can play. So I pulled it up and it was a little laggy. I was only playing it in the house just to mess around with it. You obviously need a controller. You don't use your phone. The phone is basically just a screen. But it was interesting. I don't know how it'll work in actual mobile. I mean, I was on Wi-Fi, so it worked relatively well. But I guess it would depend on the type of game and what you're playing. And I get, this is just the beginning, so I guess over time you hope it gets, a little better, a little smoother, or whatever. But yeah. So I mean, not that I would play on my phone because the screen's so small, I wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. So, I mean, I could barely play it on Switch. I'm definitely not going to be able to play it on my phone.
No.
Well, can you play like your Xbox game, like your level 66 character on your phone?
I think so. Yeah.
Can you do your crafting in your phone while you're driving or something?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it would be good for. I did not hop into a modded character, obviously, because I don't think that would work. But I was only playing with it for 10 minutes, so I just basically kind of started a new character just to see what would happen. I have to go back and try some of the other ones and see how it plays through. But that would be
officer,
an option.
I had to craft 80 dwarven bows to level up smithing.
I'm trying to get the dragon smithing. Come on. I was just enchanting all this stuff and then I was going to sell it. But that would solve my issue where I wanted the mod for crafting. Like, it may be possible now. Like, you could craft. The only problem is you need to carry a controller around with you. That is the only issue. Because it doesn't work on touchscreen.
Oh, shoot.
I think it is also you can do it on PC. But at that point, you may as well just play the game on PC. I mean, that doesn't seem as viable for me. Yeah, on the phone is a little different. You know, if you want to pull up something. Yeah, like crafting would be pretty amazing. That would be, God, that would be great. Get so much done. How many times do you just spend like hours just going through all your stuff? Yeah. Yeah, mixing potions and enchanting and
can you take your phone to work and then sync it to like one of their keyboards and the mouse, the ones with the wireless ones, Bluetooth to one of those and play it with that?
I wonder if you could. That I'm not sure. Yeah, because also
HDMI cable to a big screen.
Yeah, that you could do very easily. So then basically you have what you need. I mean, as long as it runs relatively smooth, I mean, the screen thing would be simple.
You just have to move everything into the toilet.
Convince them that they really should, 30-inch monitors on the back of the stall doors.
Yeah. Just get that installed in there. Like, I'll put in the work order tomorrow. I'm sure that'll be quickly resolved. Yeah. I could put one in my office. I'm not in hardly ever. I'm in the middle of remodeling that, so that maybe it'll be a TV that ends up in there that I have a weird HDMI cable hanging down from and a spare controller.
You need it for Zoom calls.
Yeah, exactly. Zoom meetings for the rest of my life. So
what you need to do is you need to put it on the back of the door, so when somebody comes into your office, it opens the door.
Yeah, you can't
TV
see
guy
it.
pushes it out of the wall.
Oh
perfect.
my gosh! Oh, it would. If they can get this going well by the time like Starfield comes out or 6 comes out, that's going to be so dangerous. Oh my gosh, that's so dangerous. Because that's when you're fully sucked in and you need that time. Yeah, because I was reading something about Starfield and the speculation was next year because obviously everything being delayed. Was like 2022, I guess, because of the delays from the pandemic. So who knows? But yeah, man, if they can get the cloud gaming thing going a lot smoother by then, that would be pretty nice. Because I assume it'll have crafting and building and stuff similar to what we've had in the games. You
got to imagine
more expansive. Yeah. So
maybe a spaceport,
Yeah.
In somewhere like Junk Town or like a junk type thing where you build it up, or maybe just a spaceship that you slowly increased in size over time or something.
That would be interesting.
I prefer a space based than I would a planet based.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with that. How the questing ties in with it, you know what I mean? To have the open world but have it space based. I mean, that'd be interesting how that pans out.
I mean, the Outer Worlds, that was pretty. So you're based in a system.
Mm-hmm.
So you have it's not the Earth one; it's a different one. But you have the Sun, and then you have 7 or 8 planets, but only 4 or 5 of them were habitable. And then you just travel from planet to planet, and then you go to different areas on the same planet and stuff like that. And they weren't every single one wasn't particularly unique. There was unique areas, but That was kind of fun. But I suppose you could have that sort of system in the Skyrim. Like, with Skyrim, you literally can't go 5 feet out of a city until something attacks you, or you run across some sort of like random encounter. Then are they going to have is this going to be a busy game?
Yeah.
Are you going to be jumping in your ship and heading from from one planet to the moon, and you're going to encounter maybe pirates, or are you going to encounter a cargo ship that's run into trouble?
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of help out. It's just a random encounter. It's not like a long old quest. It's just some guy who needs a little bit of help getting his ship back. Is he going to be hit by asteroids or something like that?
Yeah, like the random things you would come across going down a road or from dungeon to dungeon. Yeah, I guess we'll find out something someday.
Yeah, probably.
Just sit and wait, you fuckers.
One day we'll find this out. Who knows what day that'll be, but one day we'll find it out. Another thing I realized, I think I had mentioned on Twitter, I had no idea the show started 8 years ago. I thought it was 6 years ago, which is long enough, but I was like, holy crap, that was 8 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. That was my I was like, oh my god, that's a long time ago. Wait, hold on.
That's a human being that can go to school and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah. It was the episode released on May 28th of 13. I was like, whoa. It's like, holy cow.
Yeah, you guys had been doing it forever when I finally came along.
Yeah. We were already veterans at that point.
Yeah, jaded.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, so if you want to hear those episodes, they're the lost episodes, by the way. They're listed as, if anybody can't find it. It's all a little weird when you go to search it on iTunes. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. It's trying to get them back. I want to somehow have it so they start in order as opposed to starting, if you scroll all the way back on the feed, it'll go to episode 79 because that's the first one when we change feeds. I want to see if I can find a way to make it start with the first lost episodes and then work up to episode 79. But I think we're just about done with the lost episodes, as a matter of fact. I think there's only 1 or 2 left. If that, I think 77 was, might be 1 episode left actually to post, and then all the old ones will be there again.
Yeah, and you can listen to 20 of those episodes in the time it would take you to do one follow-up feed.
That's a good Yeah, the first 20 for sure. Yeah. I think episode 1 was 9 minutes. So yeah. You can burn. I think I put 1 through 10 as 1 episode because it was they were all so short.
I remember the first time I listened to it, I had them all loaded on my phone, and so I hop in the car to go to work, and it's it's not a long trip, but it was definitely 4 episodes worth. I'm like, oh shit,
that was quick.
Good thing I downloaded a lot of them.
Very meager beginnings. Oh gosh,
but very entertaining.
They were so short. Oh, so easy.
Easy on the editing.
Oh yeah. Not a lot of editing to go through on those. Oh man, yeah. I had to go when I go back through them now. There's the service we used to use and put ads into them, so where I can find them again. So I got to edit those out as I go to repost them. Because I'm like, we didn't have any ads. How'd that get there? So if you do happen to hear a random ad on a old show, it's just because I missed it when I was editing, re-editing them. What else? Oh, so what's going on over on Fallout and space?
So we're cranking away. We're headed to the Institute this week.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be fun. So we've got 4 different hosts. Each one is doing a different faction.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where we start to diverge. We've all been doing the same thing leading up to the point that we go to the Institute. And so now's when it starts to get interesting. So
yeah, this is definitely where it branches off. Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that'll be coming up this Friday. And we are enjoying the new Explorer mode content in No Man's Sky.
Awesome.
So that's a new mode that you can play and get all kinds of fun stuff. It's kind of I guess in a lot of ways it's like Legacy of the Dragonborn, where it's encouraging you to do all the different parts of the game that you either have forgotten about or didn't know existed.
Oh, interesting.
And so, kind of exposes you to all the different mechanics and everything. It's not a good place to learn the game because there is no tutorial in it at all. And so a lot of it is, leaves you scratching your head like, okay, what am I supposed to do for this? But it's been a lot of fun. I've been through it once and I'm about to complete it the second time.
Oh, cool.
So it's been a blast.
Anybody
definitely having such a good time playing this Legacy of the Dragonborn.
Yeah, I was thoroughly enjoying it. My issue is it's on the PC that Connor uses. So when he's like because he bounces back and forth between PlayStation 5 and the PC, depending on what he's playing and who he's playing with. But he's been on a run of PC gaming, and I'm like, oh God, I just want to play this character. Like, can you just move over to the PlayStation and I'll play the PC? So it's kind of been biting into my time there.
Legacy of the Dragonborn is not time friendly.
No.
You've got, especially when you're going back to the museum and putting your shit out, sort of like, putting all this away, make sure that you haven't like put away something that you need, and then you have to go down, do the display, wait for that to come out.
And I don't want to rush it when I'm playing that. I found that I really enjoy the looking for stuff and all, that I don't want to rush it. Be like, oh, I got these things. Let me just run back to the museum and throw them in there and then run back out again. I actually enjoy the questing for them and looking for them and stuff like that. And then going through the museum and see where they got placed and all. So I don't want to rush through it, and I don't want to hop in for a half hour and fast travel to X cave and then fast travel back to the museum, just to throw some things in.
A lot of people in Solitude die that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you fast traveling in and out of Solitude. Yeah.
Because so even though I turned it down a little bit, it's still at least every third trip.
Oh man,
there's a dragon, and it's always the deadly dragons
in Solitude.
In Solitude. Yeah. So every non-essential character in Solitude has been dead for a long time.
What if you fast travel to the airship?
The streets are littered with refugees, dead refugees.
You're gonna have to get a tumbleweed mod and just add it to the thing. So when you're walking through Solitude, tumbleweed compass.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh God, that's amazing.
So the one guy that's definitely is essential is Sheogorath's little guy who wanders the streets. He's often at the receiving end of the dragon shouts.
Oh God. Yeah, and he just keeps taking it and taking it and taking it.
Oh yeah. Yep. So one thing I did, I was doing the 3 assassinations for the beginning of the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh yeah.
And I was at the one up by Agnes Mill, and a dragon spawned and started going after that guy in the tent.
Oh God,
that you have to kill. Yeah, and so the one guy that's definitely is essential is Sheogorath's little guy who wanders the streets. He's often at the receiving end of the dragon shouts. So one thing I did, I was doing the 3 assassinations for the beginning of the Dark Brotherhood. And I was at the one up by Agnes Mill, and a dragon spawned and started going after that guy in the tent.
Yeah.
So this dragon's flying around, kept hitting him, and so I'm trying to shoot him with an arrow from way far away, and I'm hitting him, and he's taking a knee, and I'm hitting him, and he's taking a knee, and I'm hitting him, he's taking a knee. I'm like, what in the world? Oh, so I killed the dragon, and then killed him. But as long as the dragon was attacking him, he was essential.
Oh man. Oh, so that, yeah. He can't be killed off by a dragon, but you can take him out on that quest.
Yeah, after the dragon stops attacking him.
Because he has to be there for that quest.
Yep.
So
they keep him alive until you have a chance to go up there and kill him.
That makes total sense. Oh my God, that's funny.
So it was like, what in the world? I know I've killed this guy much easier than this before.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. The dragons can't even take him out. What the hell? Oh man. Yeah, that's well, I haven't done the Sheogorath one in a while. I have to go in there and do that.
Yeah, I've been saving that one because it's just so annoying.
It is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's not as fun as like Sheogorath in Oblivion, which is pretty awesome. Sheogorath in Skyrim isn't as fun, although the Wabbajack is relatively fun.
Yeah,
I've definitely turned some mammoths into rabbits. Does it work on? I've never actually used it on a dragon. Does it work on dragons? I don't think so. Right? They just resist it, I think.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know if
I'm sure I would have tried.
Yeah, I would think I would have tried. I know I've done it on, I definitely have done it on a mammoth, I'm pretty sure. And other enemies like that. But I don't know about the dragon part.
Yeah, because it does different things. Like you shoot it, and sometimes it'll change something and something. Sometimes it'll fire a fireball or something, or a firebolt or something.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll do that. A basic stuff.
Yeah, I have to make a replica of that to put in the museum so we can keep it and play with it.
Oh yeah. Try it out on different things, and who knows what? Maybe the mod added some stuff to it. I got it. I just found it is it an apprentice mage or aspiring mage? Is that from the vanilla game? I don't remember that.
There's two of them. There's one that which we call they're from the vanilla game. There's one that offers you a duel. Well, not offers you. It says that he wants to have
challenges
a duel.
you.
Yeah, that's it. Challenge or mage challenge or something like that. And then there's another one who wants you to teach him a spell or watch as he casts a spell and then give him any tips on it.
Oh, okay. I came across a guy with a staff.
Oh yeah, that's the guy with the what that's from the vanilla game as well. He was trying to resurrect a wolf or something like that.
Yeah. I found him on the side of a mountain. He was not doing so well. And there was something about to kill him. So I killed it. And I was like, you should just give me your staff because you're pretty terrible at whatever you're doing. And it's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Here you go.
Yeah.
So I couldn't remember if that was vanilla game or not. But that was SSE, right? That was added in? The special edition?
That's the only place I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
But it's just I only played Legacy for about 2 months.
Yeah, I think that must have been added in then because I don't recall it prior to that. But yeah, I mean, I've very rarely come across those guys. I think I remember coming across it once or twice previously, but it's super.
Was it the other random encounters? Obviously, the orc who you can fight, and then there's the Breton that pukes on everybody. Then there's he gives you the Orchenda quest, the Periite quest.
Oh yeah, yep.
Then there's the farmer with the cow. He's going to give it to the
painted
giant.
Yeah, the painted cow.
Yeah,
definitely try attacking the painted cow.
Yeah, that's a good time.
It'll go well for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember the first time I came across the painted cow and I was like, oh,
Do with some beef.
Yeah, because you kill everything, of course, the first time you're going through. I was like, it didn't go so hot.
Wait, just the first time?
Yeah, well, yeah. The first time I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Now you know what to just.
After that, I knew what to expect. Is we'll just say that was the difference. But
Yeah.
oh gosh. So anybody played any Valheim?
Yeah,
Yep.
That's all I've been playing.
Yeah, still going well.
Yeah, it's going well. I'm enjoying it. I've beaten the most recent boss, the one that's in the mountain biome, which is Moder, Moder. But she's like the mother of dragons, so all the other dragons are all male, and she's the only female. And so I'm going to thinking that I'm supposed to be calling her mother instead of Moder, and that's what it's all about. But I fought that, and it was kind of like a really badly bugged dragon fight from Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that enjoyable. It was pretty basic. You just run away. Just don't take a direct hit from her. That's all it is. So as long as you don't take a direct hit from her. Because I had like over 200 health, and she wiped me down to like 20 health. So I had to run and hide.
Oh.
So yeah, I fought her and beat her, and then I managed to get the into the next biome, which is the plains. And I was going in there, and they're hogging all the good food. It's like, because the food is what gives you your health,
okay,
and your stamina. So the better the food, the more health and the more stamina and the more stuff you can do, and you don't die as quickly. But yeah, the goblins in the plains were hogging all the good food.
So you got to go where you die really quickly, so you can get the food to keep you from dying really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I'm running around there. I just before we jumped on here, I was playing, and last night they fucking killed me because the very first time I found them, because I was sailing around on the boat trying to find what was it, the merchant. I was like sailing around thingy, and then I was going past, and it says, "Oh, you've approached the plains." And I went, "What's plains? Oh, a whole new area." And then I heard laughing, and I went, "Maybe that's the merchant." So I went over there, and it wasn't the merchant. So I walked up, and they came running up, and one of them with a club, and he just like literally wiped me out in one hit. Just
man,
killed me. So I managed to get all the way back, had to build a whole new boat, come all the way down, and I managed to sneak up and get most of the stuff out of my gravestone. But it was full. I was completely maxed out when I died. So, and when I came back down, I had more stuff because of the journey all the way there. So when I finally got back to the same place again, because that was a big plains area, I managed to get it. But they surround. There's a little dark forest area near it, and I was in there building a workbench and a portal, so I could portal back to my main camp. And right when I was in the middle of building, 4 of them came running into the fucking tower and started wailing on me. So I was in the menu, couldn't get out of the menu, and then I was running away. And then I managed to there must have been about 4 or 5 of them, because it was the middle of the night, and they just fucking swarmed me. Basically, in the entire game, no matter where you are, don't go out at night. That's basically until in the basic area when you're first new, that don't go out at night, and then when you get into the higher levels, then you can go out at night in the basic area, and then Dark Forest don't go out at night until a little bit higher level. But yeah, I was in the middle of the night, and they all came screeching in, and it was about 4 or 5 of them.
Oh man!
And I got all of them apart from one, and I was running away from him. I only had like 20 health left. And I got the block in on time, but where I was sprinting away, I'd used all my stamina. So I had no stamina in the block. So he just smashed through the block and killed me.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
And really the most brutal part about that game for me is the fact that every time you die, you lose some of your skill points.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It is yeah.
So it really
skill points-
penalizes you for dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose XP. Yeah. So, luckily, I did. When I was in that build menu, I managed to. The quickest way to get out of it was to build the portal. So I actually managed to build the portal and then run away. But I couldn't go through it because when you kill those little bastards, they have the black metal on them.
Yeah.
And once and you if you have raw ore on you, you can't go through the portal. It can't be. So I had that always. I couldn't go through the portal, and I couldn't get into my menu while I was in the middle of the fight. To so I basically couldn't
to
run
dump
away.
it. Yeah.
But so I managed to get back through the portal and grab my shit really quickly today, and then I came across a massive camp today. There must have been about 40, maybe even more goblins in it, or Fewlings, whatever it is they're called in the game, but they're fucking goblins. But there must have been I with all the black ore, because each one has one black ore in it. Unless you kill one of the 1-star ones, then they'll have two. I met a 2-star goblin. He fucking clubbed me right in the face. I had over 200 health. He wiped me down to like 70 health with one hit. I was like, what the fuck? So I just ran away from that bastard and just peppered him with arrows.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be so bad, except that they just sit there and laugh at you the whole time.
The whole time.
They're the most insidious little things. They got this big grin on their face and these big, giant ears.
Yeah.
And, just beat the living crap out of you.
Oh, man.
Have you seen the Berserkers yet?
No.
Berserker's about 5 times the size.
Oh, jeez.
They're half the size of a troll, and they've got a big, massive club on them, and they go. They're laughing as well, but it's like big and full of bass.
Goof laugh.
Man.
And he's loving it. He's coming out. He's going chasing after you. And the problem is with him is he's got a really awkward swing on him. He's got a massive glove, so the timing is well off. So when you're trying to time it so you parry the block properly, so you can to give him a knockback to stun them and get the critical strikes on him. His one is really weird, so you can never time it fucking right. So he ends up hitting you, and either you block too soon or you block too late, and he fucking clobbers you. Those ones, the big guys, you always want to pepper with the arrows, but with the new bow that they've got, the bow does poison damage as well as the arrows. So I usually like to use that bow and use the fire arrow, so you get 2 dots on them. So it'll do a little bit of poison damage and a little bit of fire damage, obviously the piercing damage, and then run like fuck.
Yeah, I gotta stop hanging around with you guys though, because first it was with Victor, he's like, let's go on the plains. It'll be fun. And, so of course we both died.
Oh, God.
And then, I'm with Victor and Colin. And they're like, yeah, let's go to the mountains. It'll be fun.
Oh, man.
And of course I died again.
You didn't die? Did you?
Yeah. Well, okay. Not with you. No, I didn't. I hit Victor. I went back with Victor. And he had gone up on the mountain and had found a tower. And he was like, "Oh, cool! This is one of those towers that go down into the ground and everything." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll go check it out." And I didn't have enough stamina to jump up the side of the mountain, and so I'm hopping around, burning up all my stamina trying to get up to see this thing. And I slide down the side of this hill, and there's a wolf at the bottom.
Oh.
And I've got, no stamina to run or do anything. And so I died. So then I went to go back and get my stuff. And a drake caught me trying to get up the side of the hill to get to where my tomb was. and so that killed me.
When you have the frost resistance, like the cloak or the armor that's frost resistance, those drakes hardly do any damage because they're shooting frost at you. But if you get wet, they can one-shot you.
Yeah, or if you're wet, naked, and trying to get up the side of the mountain to this tombstone that has your corpse.
Hey man, we've all been drunk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is such a fun game though. It really is.
Oh man.
It just it's that thing of because I remember when the elder fight, it was so frustrating. But then at the end of it, when it was all over, then it just became a part of the I don't like the mechanic of where you die and then the game continues. I like the Skyrim thing. He's you die and that's it. You go back in a save and then you can attempt it again. I prefer that mechanic. But this mechanic where you actually die and then you drop your shit and everything, and it's bastards.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, and especially I had used the portals to get to where Victor was, and so it was a long way away.
Yeah.
I had to travel back and then run without the benefit of my weapons or armor.
Yeah, because Victor's really good. Because he'll when he's on his own, he'll go to a place and he'll build a little tower, a little camp, and he'll build a bed, and then he'll sleep in it, and sort of so he knows to spawn, and he does that as natural. Me, nah, none of that shit. Yeah. Just keep on going, keep on
That's
going.
That's right. Just keep jamming.
Yeah, just keep going, and suddenly, bam, you're dead, and you're 1,000 fucking miles away from where you respawn, and you got to build a boat, you got to build new armor, you got to make new food, new potions, everything. It was so now I start carrying around one of the portal ingredients with me to build when I want to get there. Luckily, I got it built just before those bastards killed me. But as I was finishing that clearing out that camp, it suddenly started changing. It took me the entire day to clear it. I got there first thing in the morning, woke up in my own bed, portal there, ran to where the camp was, ate all my best food, and I'm off next Sunday, so if Victor's free and you're free, we can sort of go again. But I'll bring some of the good food, and that'll get you all the way up to 200 else. So was it one of the pies and sort of the blood sausage and all like that. So that's got all the maximum health. So we can have a few of those because I got shit tons of barley because I keep on raiding on it because I can't find the location of the last boss. Usually you'll find those stone tablets with the red in it, and it'll give you the location. I can't find another. I keep on finding the little goblin totems. That's probably what you have to sacrifice to meet him. But I can't find the little tablets that's going to tell me where he is. Oh, did Victor say what the crystals were for? Because I remember asking him when we were out, but I can't remember if he told me what they were for, because I still can't figure it out.
Which crystals?
The ones that you get from killing the golems up in the mountain. The stone golems. When you kill them, you get crystals out of them. And
I don't remember.
For the life of me, I can't figure out what the fuck they're for. And it's irritating me now. Because I've I've gone to the ground with them with the cultivator. I've had the hoe on it. I've tried it on the new artisan table. I've tried throwing them in the in the smelter. I've tried throwing them in the blast furnace. I tried putting them in the windmill. Nothing's working. So I'm sure we'll figure it out in the end.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a game that I would love.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it is, there is a high price to dying.
That I like,
and it's easy to do,
and it's easy to die. Yeah,
So when you finally get to the Byron quest, it's a really cool quest. I think it's called Shattered Legacy. So there's one point in that quest where I was just absolutely scratching my head trying to figure out what the hell do you have to do next. And it's when it tells you to search the orc, hit him with the weapon.
It tells you to search, hit him.
No, yeah, it tells you to search the orc, and so you search the orc. You take all the stuff out of his inventory. Still nothing happens. I picked him up and moved him, and still couldn't get anything to happen. I finally ended up having to look it up, and
oh man,
you have to, essentially what you're doing is cutting him open.
Oh, so you are searching the orc.
Yeah. So just know that part, so that you don't pull your hair out when you do it.
I'll keep that in mind, because I would have ended up having to look that up.
Yeah. Other than that, I really like, one thing I do like about the quests that are built into Legacy of the Dragonborn they're not just your standard run of the mill, run to this waypoint, run to that waypoint, run to this waypoint, run to that waypoint. You have to look around, find things, explore, find keys, and stuff like that. It doesn't hold your hand, which makes it interesting. But again, it makes it so you have to have plenty of time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that is what I really like about it.
You can't rush through the quests. Everything takes forever. But it's worth it in the end. For sure. It's so good. And that's what I really like about it, that you get to sit down and really play it and not just run through it. I think that's what I like. Like the three that or the two that I talked about were pretty much just ones you run through. Whereas I feel like Legacy is something you like play and really get into all of it, Yeah. I think that's the big difference. Well, I am going to have some dinner and then go to bed, because you want to lay down right after eating. As one does. So I guess next time we can get into some more different stuff. Some more Valheim, I'm sure. Some more tales from Valheim as well. And thank Frater for joining us here at the end, even though I couldn't hear poor Colin, and we could hear him somehow. And I don't know how that possibly happens, but
it's magic.
It's the magic of the internet. Thanks everybody for listening. Till next time.
Later, guys. Nice, Frater.